taking a deeper dive into Mar-A-Lago. Hey everybody, this is Tom with Tom's Talk Show, and here I make videos just about whatever is on my mind, whatever I'm thinking about. There's been a lot of things going on with Mar-A-Lago and all that, and what people are, what's being looked for, what's going on, what are they trying to find, from nuclear codes to January 6th garbage, and anything that they want to be able to try and pull out. I mean, the ultimate goal, obviously, is to keep President Trump from running for office again. That's the whole goal. They are afraid of him, essentially. I mean, if you wanted to look at it that way, like if you have an enemy, someone that, if Trump was going to come in and be for everything that they're for, which is destroying our economy, destroying, our energy, wiping out the middle class, basically, then yeah, if he were for that, then yeah, they'd be all for him. But he's not for that. He's for supporting the middle class. He's supporting Americans. He's for, national sovereignty, that we are, the United States, we have a border, it needs to be protected, it needs to be there, all those things. So this site here, Fox 13 Tampa Bay, that's near where I am is Tampa Bay. And they have just a little summary, the beginning of a summary. It's not all of it. There's been more things that have happened that we'll look at. So mid-January 2022, 15 boxes of records were retrieved. So were these boxes retrieved via FBI raid? Were these boxes retrieved at gunpoint? No. That word retrieved is kind of deceiving. It's kind of, it's on the wrong side. Like, what happened? They said, well, can you guys give us back these boxes? We think there's some documents that need to be in the archives. Can you bring them back? And Trump said, yeah. Trump calls the discussions collaborative and respectful. It was a great honor to work with the National Archives. That does not sound like I'm hiding documents, I'm stealing documents, I'm doing anything to document. It doesn't sound anything like that. That does not, it's like, going somewhere and you open the door for someone and then they turn around and punch you in the face, right? I mean, that's not, it's kind of ridiculous. So January 31st, agency says in a statement that some paper records from Trump's time in office had been torn up. Well, this, I think, ended up being, maybe it was torn up. Who knows? Was it just, this is the whole torn up and thrown in the toilet thing, but they didn't flush. Just like, you didn't inhale. I mean, all this stupidity. I mean, documents, I mean, understand that, like, majority of any documents that are anywhere in government or in anything, there are digital copies. I mean, everything gets, scanned in and put into a computer and stored on a hard drive. I mean, it's not like there's, yes, where's that bill that, that's, we need in order to, open this lock over here. Oh, it's in that pile of papers over there. Maybe we got to go through it and find the, the code to get into this room or whatever, because, bad things are going to happen if we don't look at it. No, hell no. Everything is digitized. Everything is on a computer. Everything is easily searchable and lookupable and findable and all that. So if you tear up a bunch of things and throw them in the trash, I really don't care, right? It's, other than the fact that it's nice to have, maybe a physical copy of something, like a bill or amendment or something that was, signed, to have the physical copy, of that for the archive. And I would think that everything that Trump had physically signed, there would automatically have been, a copy of that pulled out and put in the archives and not just sitting around in a box somewhere. Okay, February 18th, classified information was found in 15 boxes. that has been stored in Mar-a-Lago. So, yes, of course, federal law prohibits removing classified documents and all that stuff, but he was the president. He can declassify things. So he could have, and there really isn't a process from what I've been reading and from what I'm trying to find. There's not a, direct process. I mean, it would be nice if you had, on every box that was taken out, that there was a piece of paper on it that said declassified, date, and Trump signature. I mean, that would have been made it, there's things you can do, right, to make this process easier and better for yourself. But that didn't happen. So evidently Trump's process might have been, see this door frame over here? This is a magic door frame. Everything that goes through that door frame is magically declassified. Right? I mean, they could have taped a piece of paper over it that said the declassification doorway. And anything that went through there was automatically declassified. That could have been the process. So February 25th, House Committee on Oversight Reform seeks additional documents. Okay, so they keep looking for documents back and forth. This is a back and forth. This isn't like, I'm never giving you any documents. Don't talk to me about it. There's obviously some discourse going on. Spring 2022, investigators from Department of Justice and FBI visit Mar-a-Lago to get more information. Okay, they visited. They said, can we come down and look through some boxes? Can we find out, kind of what's going on? I do believe this springtime event thing, when they visited, they saw all these documents and said, this room here, it's just got a door with a regular door lock. Can we get, like a bolted padlock on there? Don't talk to the lock-picking lawyer, because we all understand how, I have we left a key. We forgot a key to one of the boxes. We had shipping boxes, those little cubes that you send all your stuff across country in. We lost one of the keys to one of the locks. Well, I think it took me 20 seconds. And you don't even need to bring hardly anything with you. I have, a Ryobi, 18-volt powered angle grinder, and just went, off came the lock. I mean, literally it was like 25 seconds, right? So putting this extra lock on, it made them feel good. So, so whatever. So, I mean, it got them, him to do something. So, which he was more than willing to do. He didn't say, hell no, I'm not putting a lock on that. He said, okay, yeah, let's get a lock. Okay, fine. Right? All 100% cooperation. So then on August 5th, Magistrate Bruce Reinhardt, a, known left kind of Democrat kind of person, had approved the application for the search warrant for them to go in. Okay, and then August 8th, they do this full-scale invasion of Mar-a-Lago. Okay, so how come we wait 3 days? That's what I don't. If these things are so important, 3 days. Why not when you're back there in spring, right? If this was so important, why didn't you just say at that time, listen, you're here, you got your attorneys here. Let's spend a couple hours, right? Let's spend 8 or 10 hours. Let's go through all the boxes. Your attorneys will be here. We'll have our agents here. We'll just go through the boxes and we'll sort this whole thing out. Right? For what we want in the archives, and what are your papers that you deem as declassified for you. I mean, that was all that it would do. I mean, who knows, maybe it would take 2 or 3 days, right? To go through a few boxes. Your attorneys, the agents, everybody there, done. But no, they have to go through this thing of, let's get a search warrant. Let's bring in, 50, 60, 100 agents to ascend and attack Mar-a-Lago. I mean, that's only, this place, Mar-a-Lago, is only, like 4 hours away from where I am. I've been down pretty close to there. I think if I'd have driven another like 20 minutes or 30 minutes or something, I was down at an event down there, and we could have gone and driven by, waved high. We're close, but So, and then of course, August 10th, the FBI director does his blah 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 speech. I knew about it. It's fine. Okay, blah blah blah. Shut up. Anyway, so all this. So August 12th, we get the warrant unsealed, but we don't have any of the supporting documents for why, the warrant needs to be unsealed. And then there's always the question of, is this utilizing and using the FBI to attack your political opponents? I mean, it's very obvious that Trump is going to put his, hat in the ring for the 2024 election. Potentially, I hate to lose him from our state, but maybe he would be better for the whole country. Ron DeSantis, would that, those two I see as the big front runners. Liz Cheney can please go off into oblivion. No one is going to vote for you, just like no one voted for you this last election. Okay, so here we have in New York Post the continue, because this here only gets down to August 11th, August 12th. So that's not the. We've had a few days, right? We've had a few days from them. Some of these things are just I mean, to any normal person, right? From immediately when I saw, oh, there's police outside Mar-A-Lago, they're doing stuff. It's like they're going to continue to try and, smear Trump, try and, if it's the whole thing. If you have someone who gets, is been arrested 30 times, yet never convicted, it's like, well, he's got to be guilty of something. They're going to get him on something at some point. He's just eluding the law system too well, right? And that's what they're trying to build in the mind of the American citizen. Well, it's kind of taking a backseat, because there's been days where Trump has had his highest fundraising days after all of these events, so that your whole system is not working. And then, of course, the big key to this whole thing is, did Biden know? I mean, not that Biden knows anything. I mean, other than being able to go flip it, right? That's the best he can do. The whole pen thing, taking his mask on, coughing in his hand, then handing somebody the pen with that hand that he just coughed in. I mean, just oblivious to the world. Just roll the puppet out, have him do things, and then roll the puppet. And you obviously know that right now, since this whole thing has happened, other than signing of the one Destroy America bill, he's gone. Like, they've used him for what they need to use him for. Let's put him away in the closet. We'll feed him some food through the door, and all that. So here, it's come out that Biden administration signed the FBI on 15 boxes containing the National Archives retrieved from Mar-a-Lago earlier this year, escalating the investigation for former President Donald Trump for allegedly mishandling secret government information. It's like you get to that point, and it's like, Hillary server, bleach bit, anybody? Hello? We want to talk about mishandling, and Hillary did not have any ability to declassify anything, right? So, evidently, May 10th, the acting activist Deborah Steidel-Wall to Trump attorney Evan Coran, published by Justin News, confirms the White House counsel, so someone in the White House, affirmed the quote request from the Department of Justice, supported by an FBI letterhead memorandum. So the counsel of the White House has affirmed that they wanted this investigation to go forward. Not that they knew specifically about the Mar-a-Lago raid, but they knew that they were going after Trump, trying to get information out of him and dig things out of him. That was a known quantity, right? That's something that they knew that was going on. So for Biden to say, I don't know anything, well, you don't know anything, you're an idiot. So The people under you are handling this and doing, because you're just a puppet. So the people under you are doing this. The people in the Biden administration are trying to do this, and this is fully and completely. I mean, me as a regular person can see right through. This is totally all about trying to put Trump in a bad light to taint him for the 2024 election. And if you think this is going to stop after this turn, no. Once the whole Mar-A-Lago thing falls out and gets done and kind of fades away, they're going to dig something else up. They're going to try and do something else. They're going to raid another house. They're going to, make up, something else. It's going to be an ongoing, constant thing, and it's just destroying and breaking and tearing down, the Democrat credibility. I mean, they have not had credibility for a long time. Many Republicans have absolutely no credibility. Any Republican who didn't stand up and say, this is wrong, this is a turning point in our government system, and this needs to stop and have full disclosure, any Republican who didn't come out and say that, vote them out of office today. They're part of the problem. They got nothing going on, in their head except for rolling with the program. So we need people who are going to be in there and stand up and be able to, push back and say, no, this is not what I want for my constituents. Don't want this. No, I was elected to do A, B, and C, and I'm holding the line. This is what we need. So for sure, Biden knew about it all. I mean, at this point, you might as well just say, he knew it all. He knew what was going on. He can sit there and say, I didn't know. But I think the lies and everything else that come out from the Biden White House and the spin, everything spun one way, spun the other way, about the border, about, this inflation reduction bill, which is more a destroy America, steal from Americans, make everybody poor bill except for your elites that are giving you money. Because if you look into the bill only has a lot of money going to all these companies that donate to the Democrat Party. It's amazing how that happened. So, yeah, it's time to vote pretty much everybody out of office. I mean, unless if you know someone is very good and working for the people, they just all need to go. I'm really ready for the reset of government. Like, let's clear everybody out except for the ones that, actually, are willing to fly the American flag outside their house and like it and appreciate it and understand it and understand the Constitution and what it was for and what it was made for. And yeah. Okay. Well, that's Mar-A-Lago, and I thought about driving down there, but it's a little. I wouldn't be able to get in. I'd just be able to take pictures around. But there's enough of those. But there were a lot of people out there standing out there supporting President Trump. And I mean, if he's running, I will probably vote for him. It'd be a hard choice between him and DeSantis. But I mean, in the end, I think what we need is the clean house mentality of Trump. Trump said that he was going to fire up to 50,000 government workers. And that to me is very appealing. Get rid of all these people who are just there for their political woke agenda, trying to, turn the United States into some, communist type country or something. And just, I don't want that. I want free markets. I want free people. I want people to be able to do, what they want, without being bled dry by, the government. All right. So vote, clear them out, find the good ones, put them in on both sides, on all sides. All right. Well, thanks for watching. What do you think? Do you agree that Mar-a-Lago is just another political ploy? I mean, does Trump have the nuclear codes? Oh, wait, they would change those like daily, wouldn't they? Yeah, they would. So any of that is stupid. So that falls apart. All that stuff, everything they come up with just falls apart. Falls apart so quickly and easily. It's frustrating. frustrating because we just left, California, trying to get away from all this garbage, and now it's just everywhere in the federal government. So hopefully this November we'll see some change. But yeah, all right. Well, thanks for watching. Take care.